This is Ron Schwanke with Crimson Addictions. I'm joined by Will Little, Eric Beers, and Justin Sexton. We're coming to you today to talk to you about two hunts that we had at Timberland Outfitters in Canton, Illinois. I suggest if you're interested in booking an Illinois hunt, you look at their site, www.timberlandoutfittersinc.com. So Steele and I went up there and we bow hunted the first week of October. Got some outstanding footage. They got great facilities up there. The outfitter, Ben Plattner, and the guide, Derek Jancart, just worked their tails off for us to put us on deer. We saw a ton of deer that first week that we were up there. We got a couple of smaller bucks. The biggest buck that we actually saw probably scored about 170 or 180. Unfortunately, it was when we were walking into the stand. But we got a good 125, 130 class buck on there. That first week we were there, and he was probably at the outer reaches of our bow range, but we got some excellent video of him. And then we went back and hunted the last week of December and the first week of January. Went back up there. They were seeing bucks running around like crazy up there, so since we didn't tag out, they invited us to come back up there. Derek Jancart put us in an awesome place that we had hunted in October. It had alfalfa field in there and some beets growing in there. It was behind a big dam behind the power company lake, and we got some awesome footage. Steele shoots at about 140, 150 inch deer. Unfortunately, you know, he was wearing so many clothes that his string hit his sleeve and didn't put a good shot on the deer, but we got about 180 inch deer on camera that's standing out in the beet field. So the great thing about Timberland Outfitters is they'll work their butts off for you to put you on deer. They know what the heck they're doing. They know what they're talking about. They've just got an awesome deer herd up there. The population of deer that we saw, we probably saw 200 deer in 2 weeks that we hunted up there. Everything is you know, healthy, and the does are just, man, for us, you know, seeing these big old, as Derek calls them, big old biscuit eating does, man. I mean, these things are weighing like 200 pounds, man. You know, for us, that's a big buck down here, you know, as far as body weight goes. But having does come in weighing over 200 pounds is just amazing. And we saw a lot of young bucks, you know, which means that they're doing what they need to do to manage the herd, and they've got more deer that are coming up, you know, that are going to be shooters in a couple of years. On this last trip, we got about 125 inch 8-point with 3 drop tines right behind the stand. That, man, next year he is going to be a stud. You know, he was in right behind us and still got the opportunity to draw on him, and made the determination that he was a young deer, so we decided to pass on him and let him walk, you know, and maybe either us or somebody else can get on him next year, you know, and give him the opportunity to pass his genetics on too. So
I know you said when we were filming that beet field that you could see the generations, the different generations.
Oh yeah, we had fawns come in, you know, we had does come in, we had probably 6 or 8 small bucks come in, and 2 consecutive nights I got these smaller bucks fighting. You know, one is in the alfalfa field across from us, and then the next night when we swapped up, they're in the beets fighting over there. Man, they went at each other for a good half hour each night, you know. So yeah, definitely the genetics are there, and the different generations of deer are definitely there.
How was the lodging? What is that accommodation like when you're actually at the cabin?
Well, the first time we went, we stayed in the trailer, which it was a brand new trailer. You know, we had a master bedroom all to ourselves, had our own bathroom and everything. You know, we could stay off there to the side, you know, back by ourselves and everything. The food was all catered in. The food was excellent. Then when we went back later in the season, I think they were doing some work on the trailer or something, and we stayed in the old farmhouse, which gosh, I don't know how old that thing was. Probably from the early 1800s. You know.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was
something neat to stay in. Right
oh yeah, it was pretty cool. It was really cool. It had a lot of character to it. And, you know, it creaked and everything. You know, when you walked around and when the wind blew and stuff. But it was really neat. But you know what? I mean, as important as all that is and everything, you go there to hunt deer.
You're definitely right.
I mean, you know, we would get in from hunting and we would, you know, eat and then probably watch a little college football and then go to bed, you know, and get up and go back in the woods the next day. The most important thing to me is what does the land look like, and Timberland has it, man. It's power company land right now that they're selling. Ben Plattner has got an investor that's coming in. He's buying the land. Ben's going to be running it next year. He's hired Derek on full time, so Derek's going to be managing it full time, putting in food plots. That gives them a lot more freedom to push down the trees and to plant some additional areas that they would like to plant and stuff. So it's going to give them a lot more freedom, and it's only going to make the property better.
Yeah.
You know, there's agricultural fields, there's hardwood fingers, there's CRP fields.
It sounds like not only do they already have the perfect setup, but with them purchasing this land and having an outfitter that's willing to put in the time and effort to maintain it and make it better, that next year and the year after, it's going to do nothing but be a better property to go to.
Oh, absolutely. You know, my opinion of the place right now is that it's already world class, and you know, I don't know what comes after world class, but they're going to be there. You know, it's just going to be fantastic, and I guess they have plans to build a lodge there in the future too. You know, now that this new owner is coming in, so it's going to be great. The way that the property is right now, it's got some water on it, and it's kind of set up for like a waterfowl refuge right now. And my gosh, man, we had literally thousands and thousands of geese and ducks flying over us every single day that we were up there, man.
Wow.
So, you know, in the future too, they may offer waterfowl hunting, which if they do, I'm definitely up there because, man, I'm telling you, we were just bombarded. It was awesome. It was awesome.
Saw it firsthand.
Yeah. Yeah, we saw a couple of bald eagles. I got a couple of bald eagles on film too. Some adults and some juveniles too. Yeah, it was cool. Oh, we saw some snow geese, you know, and some Canadians. So yeah, it was.
They not only do they have the good genetics and good deer hunting, and it's a good, well-rounded property.
Yeah, yeah, and you know, this just occurred to me too. On both hunts, we got gobblers on film too. So they got a lot of turkeys up there too, and they do offer turkey hunts. They also currently offer coyote hunts as well. So.
Definitely might have to get up there in the spring and see if we can chase a few.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. You know, that first hunt that we were up there, Derek was actually up in the tree hanging another set for us. And when we got there, as soon as we got to the base of the tree, we heard these two gobblers down at the bottom of the ridge hammer at probably about 80 yards from us. Derek climbed up the tree and still said, "Yell at them with your mouth," you know. So we kind of hunkered down there, and we were wearing our real tree AP camouflage. We just kind of hunkered down there and got the camera out. I yelped at them, they hammered back, and they were about 40 yards. We looked over, and here they come down the ridge and across the dry creek bed and walked right past us. Two good 6-8 inch long beards, and probably within 10-15 yards of us. Never knew that we were there.
That's definitely real tree camo there for you.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, if we hadn't been wearing that, I think they'd definitely seen us. We'd have been busted. But they've harvested some good turkeys off of that property in the past as well.
It's nice to know that they're responsive, and you can actually call them in. I mean, of course, it goes back to the hunter, but the fact that you were just there to hang a stand and were able to just call them right into you shows that in the spring when there is turkey hunters, it'll be still a challenge, but a little bit maybe easier to bring them in and get that big turkey.
It'd definitely be easier than hunting turkeys down here. I can guarantee you that. Yeah.
And it's got to be good to know that when you do go to an outfitter and you do go out of your environment, you know you're going to go up there and you're going to be on some birds and you're going to have a good time and it's going to be worth the trip. Because especially from us, that's a good 11.5, 12-hour drive. You know, you go up there, you're going to be on the birds, you're going to be on the deer. When they do offer some waterfowl, you're going to be on the ducks and the geese. You're going you're gonna enjoy every minute that you took up
And it's
there.
definitely worth that
Yeah,
trip.
that trip is gonna be definitely worth it.
Absolutely, man. There is no shortage of game on that property. I can guarantee you, man. I can guarantee you. It's an excellent place. So if you're interested in booking a whitetail hunt, possibly a turkey hunt, or even a predator hunt, look up www.timberlandoutfittersinc.com.
Appreciate it, guys.
It's been fun.